My friends of the Lord, can we talk? I have something I would like to say. You add your tunes. Amen. And when I come on here and I can't sing my song, man, I be feeling bad, bro. You know what I'm saying? I be feeling a little saddy addy. Glory be unto the Lord. But, ultimate elevations, blessings be upon you. Glory be to the Lord, Jehovah Jireh, for sure. Thank you for tapping in with me, your big bro. You know what I'm saying? Black God here at the channel, Black Therapy. It's like, I have to say this, bro. I have to say this. And I guess it's like one thing I really dislike, you feel me? But whatever. Topic of the day, stop asking if you're not ready to receive. Stop asking God for things that you know you're not ready to receive. And I'm just going to go into it. If you click off, cool. You get your feelings hurt, I understand. You don't like me no more, it's okay. So I'm going to start with this one right here. Everybody be like, oh, I need a faithful friend. I need somebody that's going to be there for me and, you know what I'm saying, do. And I keep trying to explain to the world, like, if you believe in the Lord, it don't matter if you give your time onto the Lord. Like, if you believe in the Lord, he's delivering. And that's why I just be like feeling some type of way sometimes, because it's like people aren't aware of what they ask for. Like, anything you ask for, God is going to deliver. That's why I don't move as much as I used to move, because it's like I really don't have to. A tree does not have to move and it still gets water. It still gets birds. It still gets squirrels, et cetera, et cetera. It still bears fruit. It remains healthy. Even if you ain't out there watering the grass every day, God's going to send it through the rain. You feel me? You don't know what that tree is really asking for unless you speak nature. But what I'm saying is, like, people ask for a faithful friend, but they're not aware that God has to call them from somewhere. God has to take them from somewhere. And sometimes he takes them from things that they love, and they may not even know it. But all because you're treasured by God, he did that, and he could care less. And they could care less neither, because they're obedient to the Lord and allow God to use them. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's why I kind of understand where Jonah was coming from in his anger, because it's like, I let everything that I love go to go talk to a nation that don't even want to talk to God that's talking to me. And I'm kind of upset with the Lord because he knows he's a true God. And the minute that I tell them what he said, they're going to either do it or whatever. But I can't even go back to what I lost because of the loss and my obedience to the Lord. Like, I get it to some degree. And that's why I pray, like, one day that the world just really understands, like, how the Lord operates. Like, to be really favored by the Lord and know things that most people don't know, and you got to hold your tongue because man wants to seem right in everything that they do, and you can't correct them because you know the law that you live by and the code is spiritual. So you just got to let it be, but you have to, like, babysit that energy. You understand what I'm saying? Like, imagine having to babysit Rugrats. You know what I'm saying? Baby kids. And nobody's coming to relieve you. That's your duty. And you're like, to honor the Lord, got it. And then the world knows it in some spick way, like they know it. And then they just play with that individual. And it's just like, a lot of people don't understand. People that really love the Lord be going through the most that they shouldn't even, they would never put nobody else through. But nobody's slowing down to understand that, because everybody just so caught up in their own thoughts. But people that are really in love with the Lord, they can't even think for themselves. They have to keep themselves consecrated, sanctified, you know what I'm saying, ordained in a certain way to hear what Samuel heard when God spoke. And that's what I'm saying. Like, people just read the Bible, but they don't really understand the people that they're reading about, those spirits still exist. And that's why a lot of people that are chosen by the Lord choose to just distance themselves and be like, nah, Lord. And then still gotta come down and assist when they don't want to. They just want to abide next to the Lord and just reaping those blessings. But God's like, can you do me a favor? And they're like, all right, because you made me your favorite, you made me your particular treasure, your special person. I'm gonna do this for you. And then they gotta go out into the world and deal with a world that doesn't want to do anything with God. Just like Samuel. We want a king, and they don't understand how much that hurt the Lord. And God's like, it's okay, Samuel. But then anytime that they got into something, here they come trying to find something equivalent to Samuel to save them, just to get enough energy to go do it again. It's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, why are we wasting God's time? You feel me? Like, I just think about other people that really want to do great things, and they can't do what they want to do because God cares to take care of the lesser than. So they're like, hey, whatever God's on, I'm on. And then people play with them and people do what they do. And I'm watching this. This ain't even personally just about me. I'm just watching what really goes on. And then people be playing games. And then, like I said, like, oh, I want this. God's going to send it to you. But if you know you're not ready to receive it, why ask for it? And that's what I'm saying, like top priority, like your prayers are top priority, but are you aware of what you're praying for? Like I'm aware of what I pray for. I stand and I wait and I watch for it to come. Even if somebody be like, oh, can you do this? Nah, bro, because I know what I pray for and I know the day's the day that I shall receive it. And then you get around other people that don't understand that and they be talking woo woo around you, they not understanding that God is listening to everything. And all he's doing is this and this and that. That's why I don't like dealing with people. It's not that I have a despise against people. I just despise how people talk because they're not aware of what they talking about. You can literally pray for whatever you praying for. You could pray for $1 million and it's literally there. But you have to go through a process to receive it, and people don't want to complete the process, and then they say, oh, God left me hanging. No, you left the Lord hanging because you didn't honor the Lord to finish the ritual or the ceremony, whatever. It don't even matter. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it don't even, people will find anything to argue with. That's what I'm saying. Like, why are we spending so much time arguing when we could spend more time laughing with each other? But everybody makes everything so personal when everything is just business, spiritual business, based off of what you spoke. And because I know that, I just be like, bro, I just wish people just stop wasting God's time. You feel me? Like Hannah literally cried out to the Lord, got what she wanted from the Lord, and then gave it back on to the Lord. And I'm sitting here like, it was just that easy. And it's just that easy. And people are praying, and y'all don't understand that like God controls the world. So it's like, get rid of that. Go help this person. And then that person comes to you and tries to assist you. And because you're blind to the fact of how much God loves you, you're playing with this person that's trying to pour into you, sent by God to pour into you. And you not handing over that obedience or that awareness. That's why when people talk about the woman, the lady at the well, it's like she got everything she asked for. I don't care how everybody try to demise her and belittle her because of the nature of man. She literally remembered what she prayed for and what she was waiting on. And then when she acknowledged it, she changed her whole way and brought it on to other people so they can find their righteousness and their heart's desires. But in this day in society, it's like, everybody praying for something, and I see people being moved. And then they getting like misused and like overlooked. Like, these people don't want to be here. You know what I'm saying? Glory be unto the Lord. I keep explaining that to people like, I like being by myself. Like, unless you know how to rock me, I like being by myself. I like listening to the Lord teach me. But then when he be like, Davery, Blakk, whatever name he called, son, I need you to go talk to this person. And I see that person, I just be like, is there going to be a problem? No, Father. But I already know what Jonah know. You feel what I'm saying? And it's just like, there's so much stiff-necked people in here that God still kind of like gives an ear to based off of covenants through other anointed people that he still respects their voice. And then you got to go deal with them. You feel what I'm saying? And they don't really understand, like, you're just here to assist. Like an angel. Like, everybody think that the angels only encamp themselves around you in the spiritual. No, they take over vessels sometimes and really block you from that accident, or block you from getting shot, or block you from that fight, or whatever the case is. Lead you into your blessings, or whatever. And you just think people are regular people. No, these are angelic people. And when people are not aware of what they're praying for, you're getting that individual in trouble. How? Because they didn't complete their mission. You ever seen Rick and Morty when go ahead, be honest with the Lord. Mr. Mises, right? They're only there to help you succeed in something, and after you succeed, they leave. And Jerry clicks it, and all he wanted to do was take some strokes off his, golf swing. And he wasn't listening. And he frustrated the Mr. Mises, and the Mr. Mises asking for assistance. Like, they start pressing the button. And then Jerry's like, never mind, I don't want to do this no more. And Mr. Mises like, no, hold on, no, this is what we here for. We can't leave until you do this. So the point, the Mr. Mises start fighting each other. Until they're like, hold on, it ain't us, it's him. Let's go beat up Jerry. Eventually he does it and they get to leave, right? And that's all I'm saying. Like, y'all got angels in the outfield that really want to get back to their paradise, but they can't go back to their paradise because you didn't complete what you prayed for. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it can't be completed until you die and rise again and become anew. And there's certain people that ain't even doing that, so the angels are just dwelling. You feel what I'm saying? They're not getting the living water. They don't get to get blessed until they bless you. A greater light must serve the lesser light. So if the lesser light don't get served, what do you think is going on with them? And that's what I'm saying. Like, I pray for those angels. I pray for those true prophets. I pray for the angelic energies that are literally just trying to satisfy the Lord and get him glory through that prayer that was sent up to his ear. Like, there's really spirits that are so obedient to the Lord, and people are not aware of that. That's why when people be talking, I just be wanting to say something. I'm like, you feel me? Like, glory be unto the Lord. Like, I just be praying like, Lord, come on. Silence their mouth. Get them to silence their mouth. Get them to just stop praying for certain things. Like, when people cry out to Jesus, like, oh, Jesus, please, da-da-da-da. Like, you taking Jesus out of his paradise, right? You taking Jesus from standing with somebody who's probably in the darkest part of their life to come assist you, and then you're just playing. Like, oh, I'm not really sick. Like, if you ain't got faith to do it, why are you praying for that mountain to move? Because once you move that mountain, it's going to move you into something else. And if you're not prepared for that, the angels got to come. Christ got to come. The Father got to come. And they got other things they want to do spiritually. And that's what saddens me a little bit. Like, God so loved the world. I don't think people really, like, bask in that statement. Like, he really so loved the world. And because God so loves the world, anything that loves the Lord with all their might, all their mind, all their soul, they got to commit to everything God's committed to. Are you understand what I'm saying? And I just pray that one day people really be aware. That's why I don't really ask for nothing unless I really know I'm ready for it. Regardless if nobody else around me is ready for it, I'm ready for it. So I'm going to jump. I'm going to get to it, because when that angelic energy come to me, I want to free it the minute that I get what I deliver. Like, you good, you could go. You feel me? Once I complete what I'm supposed to complete, or I receive what my prayer was, what I asked for in prayer, it's like, you can go, you could be free. Thank you, Father. I don't want to hold nobody longer than I need to, and vice versa. I don't want people to hold on to me longer than they need to. And there's people that I really believe knows this, and they purposely do it. They purposely don't get 3 off because they just want that Mr. Mises to be tormented. You feel me? I really believe that. And that's why I be trying to tell people, like, nah, bro, far be it from me. Like, it's okay to let you know, like, nah, Father, I love you, but I got to have this one, far be it from me. But if you want something else to be done, I'll do that one. But and God will be like, all right, cool, I'll get that to somebody else. But just have integrity about it. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, I feel like people don't even have integrity in their prayers. That they really know that God will deliver them, but they just be playing around. It's like, if you're going to pray for something, really have the patience to wait for it to be delivered. Because if you're not there and you're moving around and you're doing too much, that angel is literally walking around behind you with mercy and grace trying to deliver it, and can't really deliver it until you're ready for the deliverance. And a lot of people aren't ready for the deliverance. And that's torment to that spirit. And that's why things start to happen. Because they have to dwell in that, bro. And man is the main reason why a lot of things end up in hell that don't belong in hell. And that's why I'm just asking people, like, don't pray for something, bro, that you know you're not ready to accomplish and give your 100 to. Don't pray for something to be delivered knowing that you don't have the faith to hold it. Like, just wait. I've waited. That's why everything that I talk about, I could talk about because I've been through it and I understand. I do not pray for stuff. If somebody says something to me and they're like, Blakk, I'm with you 100%. I'm not playing with that. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not playing with that. Now I gotta really pray to deliver me and them. You feel me? That's why I be trying to tell people, like, I'm 100% faithful. Like, I'm really in it to win it and make sure everybody around me feels the win as well. But it blows my mind when I see people just playing with their prayers. But then I can see the blessing right there. And then God be like, David, you go over there. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I go over there knowing that it's about to be a fight with the flesh. And then everybody just want to argue about something. It's like, bro, I'm not here for that. I'm here to relieve you. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to just give you a message. You know what you talked to God about, but you also know what God wanted you to do to get what you want to be sent. Like, why are we playing? And people become so offended, but it's like it's to me it's an offense that you're taking advantage of God's heart. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why I just be like, people be so afraid to tell the truth on what it is, and this is the truth. And that's why the angels really start to fall and be like, nah, God, I can't hold this up no more, because they're not even making it easy on me. And then they get in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like, they get in trouble. There's people in this world that got in trouble based off of somebody else. And we see it and we just don't acknowledge it. It's like, no, we need to start acknowledging that. And that's why I keep myself at a distance with a lot of people, because I don't feel like a lot of people know what they're praying for. And then there's people like, no, bro, I just prayed to God about this. So why ain't you ready? If you pray to God about this and now it's right here, why you ain't lacing up your boots? Why your coat not on? Why your hands not ready to take a plow? Why you not ready to jump? So it don't even matter if you say, oh, I just prayed about it, and then you're not ready. You feel what I'm saying? If somebody call you and say, I'm about to pull up, and you just not getting out the bed, and then you get in the car and they breathing hard, why are you mad at them? They have a right to be mad. They been told you they was pulling up, and you said okay, and you went back to sleep. You feel what I'm saying? That ain't cool. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, people don't even have the right to be frustrated who have the right to be frustrated. The person that caused the frustration want to victimize the situation. It's like, nah, they were trying to do that for you. You said you was ready. So they dropped everything like God told them to do to give you their undivided attention and make room for you, and you ain't even ready to move in. That don't make no sense to me. And then people turn around, oh, I'm praying. What you praying for me for? I don't need prayer. I'm the one sent to answer a prayer. That person was sent to answer a prayer. That person was sent to speak on somebody's prayer, to give them a reassurance and confirmation. That person was meant to move over there and wait till they arrived, and they ain't never showing up. Oh, you understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to explain to people. You got to understand the why, bro. Why are you praying for that? Why are you asking God to deliver that, knowing you ain't got no room in your heart to receive it, knowing you ain't got the faith to bring it in, but God's going to bring it to you, but you ain't got the faith to see it being brought? You're attacking the same thing that's trying to help you win the war. You're fighting the same thing that was sent to help you fight the thing on your battlefield. That don't make no sense. And the world has become so sensitive to truth. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you supposed to do? And then people ask, what's wrong with you? What do you mean what's wrong with me? Even if I tell you, you're not going to believe me. You know what I'm saying? So what difference do it make? Angelic people, prophetic people, anybody anointed just learns to bear it and like deal with it. And then everybody's like, I don't know what I did. Maybe you should go meditate on that. You understand what I'm saying? Like maybe you should take time out your day to figure out what you did. And even when somebody tell you, it's like people still trying to act like when you tell them, it's like, and then you still doing the same thing the next day. It's like, what? So I just wasted my breath. And then when you don't want to talk no more, people be like, oh, I mean, I don't know but you know what you did. You know what you did to make that person not talk to you. You feel me? But this is all I just pray to the Lord. Like, Lord, stop answering people's prayers just because you love them. Like, let them show you their fruit first. You're so fair. You're so righteous. And I love you. But you know what I'm saying? And God heard Moses out. So nobody can tell me that I can't tell God to look out for himself and look out for his angels and look out for his real prophets that care for his lands to be given unto him and watered the righteous way and given to the righteous people. If Moses could tell him, don't beat up the stiff neck who deserves to get beat up, I have the right to turn to my God and say, think about the righteous people. Think about your angels. Slow down, Father, and look at the ones that really are looking forward to praising you and not asking for too much in their prayer other than you to give them a forum or an area to give you glory. Stop wasting your time on the ones that are wasting your time. Give those blessings onto that person that has really, truly waited patiently for it to be delivered and told you countless times to overlook them, to look for that sheep that you feel is lost and really needs your assistance. Like, turn on to them and give them what they want. And let them that don't really know how much you love them to really go through what that person has been going through so they can really bear what that person is holding on to, so they can really understand what's going on behind the veil that they don't have the eyes to see behind. That's not even a curse. That's just a lesson. And I really think a lot of people need to understand a spiritual lesson. Because everybody, I just see it dropping. People going through things they ain't got to go through. But I know they went through that because they disregarded the angel that God sent. People are getting beat up and slayed down because they didn't stop when that angel came to tell them turn back. Everybody has so much pride and ego and have this mindset that dilutes them from seeing the truth that God is sending them. When the angel came to Mary, she didn't know. She was doing her own thing. And then that angel's like, nah, you ain't doing that no more. God called you to do this. If that, Lord, let it be. But that's not what's going on in the world no more. God, you lying. Who sent you? It's like, how are you questioning angelic people, bro? How can people really sit down here and tell you what you told God in spirit and told God in truth? They weren't there. They come to you in the flesh, say the same thing you said. You're reiterating that they said the same thing you said to God in spirit, and you're still not taking them serious? Is that not torment? Are you understand what I'm saying? The lady took Christ serious at the well. And then you hear the world talking about how she listened. Even his disciples, what was you talking about, huh? And they're the ones that's anointed and ain't even doing nothing in their anointing. But the people that are really working with the Lord, they get bamboozled every time. They get slayed down. They get played with. And all they want to do is live their life. John the Baptist didn't even have a life to live. And people don't even put that in their mind. Like, what's the point of loving this if I already know I'm about to be called by God to baptize people and speak against the brood of vipers? There's no reason. And then I'm about to lose my head behind this, behind people that ain't even headed towards the Lord. And I did them a favor and baptized them and freed them. And all they did was run back to the same ones that kept them captive. And then when people crashing out, like, what's wrong, bro? They already done told you what's wrong. And then there's people that's crashing out where I'm like, you don't have no right to crash out because I know God done sent you an angel. The only people that I feel that should have the right to complain are those people that are really sacrificing their own personal life to show obedience to the Lord, to people that are showing disobedience every day. And God's like, well, change them. Use the power in your tongue and change them. And you're like, God, they don't want to change. I know that. But stay with them until that certain day. And you got to do that. And you don't get to live in your paradise. You don't get to live in the aura that you want to live in. You don't get to really be around the energies you want to be around. You got to babysit people that like running head first toward hellhounds and hell itself. All because they have freedom. It's like somebody got to really understand this, bro. Somebody really got to be like, nah, you right. Everybody like, oh, I got a calling on my life. And then God sends the angel to tell you the calling on your life and to help implement it, and you just playing. And this is a calling that's supposed to give God glory, and you playing with it. Imagine if Mary played with her calling. Imagine if Elizabeth played with her calling. Imagine if Joseph played with his calling. Anybody you read about, imagine David played with his calling. That's why the world is the way that the world is, because everybody's playing with their calling. And then the ones that are calling out to receive the ones that are called and really chosen, they getting played with. And I just see so much people getting tired. I see so much people like, oh, bro, I'm not tired because I understand what's popping. But I'm going to say what nobody else want to say because it needs to be said. Like the angels are getting tired of being played with. The prophets are tired of living in an area where they're not profiting and doing so much healing and empathy things with their spiritual gifts and not receiving the prophet's reward because the other side are not playing their part. I can laugh and joke all day, but when it comes to the Lord speaking and really being like, nah, take this serious, I'm going to say what needs to be said seriously. And when you're sitting here giving out your energy and pouring out to people, and then you got to wait the next day to get new energy just to pour into people that are not going to pour back into you or pour into that living well, it's like, do you really want to look forward to the next day? And that's why a lot of people are doing what they're doing to get out of here, because they're like, I'll take my chances on the other side because I already see this side is not what I want to deal with. And if you have people that are sitting here saying, oh, in the scripture, oh, let's pay them off and just say that his disciples took him. What do you think they're saying? Oh, they're just depressed. Nah, bro. They're just fed up and tired, bro. They're just tired of seeing what they seeing. They're tired of dealing with it. And if we really want the devil to lose, we got to start coming together and win and start taking what we're praying for seriously and waiting on the Lord, bro, and living in faith. You can get around these people that just talk about it, but you really got to, if you're really into the Lord, really tap into the Lord and see what you're doing. Because it's an agitating feeling to the Lord when people say like, oh, he forsake me. No, I didn't. And then you don't even hear God saying that. And then he got to send somebody into the world to be hated and beheaded and sniped out or whatever way. And then people still demonize this person who was sent by the Lord to try to speak for the Lord, to speak to those people that say they speak to the Lord, to hear what God has really said. Like, I didn't forsake you. I really do have your blessings. Get to this address. Oh no, I don't want to go over there. I don't like that area. I don't like that person. It's like Christ was around a lot of people he didn't want to be around. He got tormented, whacked up, and mocked and humiliated. All for a world that still to this day don't respect that spirit. Don't really acknowledge what really was going on. And all God is asking you to do is open your eyes and be aware. And people are having a hard time doing it. I don't know what to tell people, bro. But just stop wasting God's time. Don't start. That's why the devils have so much blessings, because you're throwing your spiritual blessings in the trash can and they're hoarding them and taking them and building with them. You really have to understand. If you're for the Lord, you have to be against everything else, period. It ain't, he keeps saying it. I don't want no double-minded person. Don't say, oh, I want a burger. Oh my God, I want a burger. You order a burger and then that burger just sits on the porch because you wanted a pizza. And then change your mind about the pizza and want a taco. And you just keep changing your mind. You're destroying your lands, and that's what God talks about in the scripture all the time. We got to stop destroying our lands. We got to stop being spoiled brats and just take what God's given us as a portion and enjoying that. If you're going to pray about it, wait for what you prayed about. There's nothing wrong with that. And when somebody's coming to you to assist you, let them assist you. He said to the lady at the well, you drink from this, you'll never thirst again. You will start to ascend. And if everybody's trying to get out of hell, and that's the prayer that everybody's sending up, like put two and two together. Should you not be looking for the out and the exit? Or you should be paranoid when somebody says, follow me. Do what I tell you to do. Eat this, do that. Like, people don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? And then God's just like, well, postpone the festival, postpone the party. No, they're going to end up getting here one day. And the angels just sitting at the chairs just like, man, I'm hungry, bro. I'm hungry, dog. You feel me? Like, come on. Show up for yourselves, my friends. Open your eyes and ears. Heed your father who you say you're a sheep in his den about. You feel me? Like, heed your father. You're a child of the Most High God. Take that serious. Don't just make it no caption. Like, literally take it serious. Because God is really about to do a great thing. And if you miss out, you hold yourself. That's all I wanted to tell people. You about to hold yourself if you're not paying attention to what you prayed for. I know they have false prophets out here. I know they have the Antichrist out here. I know they have devils running amok and unclean spirits tapping into temples and all this other stuff. I get that. But God gets you. And he's trying to get you out of that. But you have to be aware of what you pray for because he's addressing it every day. He's a forgiving God. And if you say, I'm sorry, it's cool. But just be aware tomorrow. Look for it. Search it out. Are you understand what I'm saying? It's been going on too long. Like, we're really going to, like, either you with it or you not, friend. And you know what you own. But I'm telling you, God is with it. He's dishing it out like this right now. And it's just dropping to the floor. Boom, boom, boom. And then people look at me like, Blakk, how are you? Because I'm staying still and out the way. I'm writing it out plain. And I'm waiting for it. And it arrives every time. But when you keep hearing people saying the same thing, it's like, oh, brother, give it a rest. You're going to eventually have to accept you have some doing in this treachery. You're going to have to take some accountability for that beam in your eye. You're going to have to. Because I know God does not do his righteous in a dirty way. But when you start hearing people that say they're righteous speaking a certain way, it's like, God could have did that yesterday if you was ready. God would do that right now if you ready. And everybody's like, Blakk, I'm ready. No, you not. How you gonna tell me? Because look how you just responded. God is not making us wait longer than we need to wait. We're making ourselves wait longer because we procrastinate. We postpone. We get sidetracked so easy because of whatever man is throwing in front of us. Be for the Lord, that's for you. Be for God. Just be for God. Don't beef with God. Just be for the Lord. If you're going to pray, wait for that prayer to be delivered. It's not going to come the way you think it's going to come, my friend. It's not going to come in the way that you perceive it to come or want it to come. It's going to come in a way that God knows is secret. He's going to send somebody that you least expect. He's going to drop the blessing in a way that you wouldn't acknowledge unless you're spiritual. But don't pray for something and then go start playing with the same things that's preying on you. Glory be unto the Lord, man. But at the end of this conversation, you take what you want to take from it. But I'm letting you know, if you are the Lord's people, every prayer that you pray, God has delivered. And if you missed out on the first, he's going to bring it back again through the loop. So he's going to reset your life in a certain way. So when you start having deja vu, my friend, let that be a confirmation that, oh, Blakk just talked about this and God is coming. So let me stand still to help you rebuke the distractions and the deceitful people. If people are coming around after you pray for something that you've never seen before or whatever, you know what I'm saying? If they're not trying to gift you with something, like, then you already know what they'll do. They're trying to take you away from what God's trying to gift you, friend. It's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple. But really be God's people. Be obedient underneath that title. Really understand and believe. And if you don't believe, don't waste no time. Just wait until you're ready. so you can take care of the things that you don't even know are taking care of you. Just wait. Glory be unto the Lord. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, my friends. I love you. All right? Not with a regular love, with a Christ love. And know this for two. Elohim is over everything. If it ain't C7, it ain't G. I'll be seeing you again, my friends.